Hello, everyone. In the previous lesson, we discussed Durkheim under the heading Functionist Perspective on Religion, again under the heading Religion and Social Order. Now we'd be discussing Parsons, Talcott Parsons. Parsons, the popular American functionist from the 1960s and 1970s. Now let's have a look at what Parsons' account of religion is like. According to Parsons, he argued that religion provides guidelines for human actions. Religion provides guidelines for human actions. One, religion sets standards. Religion sets standards against which people's conduct can be evaluated in a society. Two things that I'd want you guys to keep in mind. Number one, according to Parsons, religion provides guidelines for human action, right? Number two, religion sets standards. I just highlight this for you as well. Religion sets standards through which individuals' conduct could be evaluated in a particular society. Now, when we speak about Parsons over here, for instance, in a Christian society, the Ten Commandments show that many of the norms of the social system can be integrated by religious beliefs. Now, what we're talking about over here is an integration of the social norms with the religious beliefs, the integration of social norms with the religious beliefs, or in other words, how religious beliefs could be used in a society, how these religious beliefs could be used in a society to bring in integration and togetherness. Right? For example, the commandment, thou shalt not kill, integrates diverse norms such as how to drive a car, settle an argument, and deal with the suffering of the aged. The norms that direct these areas of behavior prohibit manslaughter, murder, and euthanasia, but they're all based on the same religious commandment. So this is just an example. You could use any other example. The idea over here that has to be understood is that religious beliefs are integrated with societal norms, social norms, the norms that we have in a society. They could be integrated or put together with religious beliefs. In this way, religion provides general guidelines for conduct, which are expressed in a variety of norms. By establishing general principles and moral beliefs, religion helps to provide the value consensus that is necessary for social order and stability. Like I said, we are discussing Parsons under the heading of religion and social order. Religion and social order. Parsons, the functionalist. Parsons, the functionalist. According to Parsons, by establishing general principles and moral beliefs, religion helps to provide the value consensus that is necessary for social order and stability. Now, taking this ahead, religion and social order. Parsons saw religion as addressing particular societal problems. Here you go, we discuss them here, that occur in all societies and disrupt social life. So, according to Parsons, in its simplistic form, what does religion do? Religion addresses certain problems that exist in every society. These problems, according to Parsons, have the potential to disrupt social life. So, again, religion is playing a positive role. Parsons is a functionalist. We're talking about how Parsons believes religion is playing a positive role towards the betterment of the society. Now, these problems, they could broadly be divided or put into two main categories. The first relates to the fact that individuals are hit by events which they cannot foresee and prepare for or control or both. Now, I'm sure everyone, all of you can relate to this. There are certain there are certain events that we experience. There are certain unforeseen events. There are certain things that we get to experience which we do not foresee, which we are not prepared for, which are beyond our control. For instance, the death of someone, a loved one, right? In one of such event that is death, particularly premature deaths, Parsons saw religion as a mechanism for adjustment to such events as means of restoring the normal pattern of life. You know what? If a loved one dies, if it's a death, let's just say through an accident, or if someone has a premature death, or if someone who's been close to us passes away, and we're not, and that person wasn't really ill too, and it could be through an accident, or like this says, it could be a premature death. In instances like this, us as individuals, we lack we do not understand, we get confused, we don't know what to do, how to react. In these cases, in cases like these, religion plays a pivotal role, religion plays a very important role in terms of helping us stay sane. Religion helps restore normality or normal pattern of life, because eventually the answer we have to this is, oh, it was God's will. Oh, that loved one is perhaps at a better place. So yeah, I hope you understood this one. Number two, the second problem area is that of uncertainty. This refers to endeavors in which a great deal of effort and skill has been invested, but where known or uncontrollable factors can threaten a successful outcome. One example is humanity's inability to predict or control the effect of weather upon agriculture. Parsons argues that religion provides a means of coming to terms with such situations through rituals, which act as a tonic of self confidence. You've seen how when you're making dua, when you're performing your namaz, you feel more confident, you feel like you have God with you, right? So, according to Parsons, in instances where there's a lot of uncertainty, religious rituals, they act as a tonic. They act as a tonic to self-confidence. In this way, religion maintains social stability by relieving the tension and frustration that could disrupt social order, right? If it was not for religion, if religion would have not been playing this role, just imagine for a bit how this utter state of uncertainty and confusion would have messed up with your mind. So, taking this ahead, one, we spoke about uh, instances or problems where we hit by instances that could potentially uh, make us go insane. But through religion, we try providing ourselves with an explanation as to what has happened. Number two, through uncertain acts, or through an uncertain future. Now, taking this ahead, religion and problems of meaning. Parsons argued that religious beliefs give meaning to life. Religious beliefs give meaning to life. They answer questions about humanity and the world we live in. Religious beliefs giving meaning to life. Religious beliefs answering questions about humanity and the world we live in. One of the major functions of religion is to make sense of all experiences, no matter how meaningless they appear. One example is the question of why some people experience suffering. Religion provides answer to this suffering. Suffering tests a person's faith. We all have heard instances like this, right? If there's someone who's suffering a lot, we provide, we use religion as an explanation, or through religion, we try to find ourselves an explanation or meaning to why they're going through what they're going through, right? So, religion provides answers to the suffering, tests a person's faith. It is a punishment for sins, and those who endure suffering with strength will be rewarded in heaven. In this way, suffering becomes meaningful. Now, these three examples that we have over here for suffering, I'm sure at some point or the other, you all have used these as explanations to as explanations for someone's suffering, right? Now, Parsons in 1965 saw a major function of religion as providing meaning to events that people do not expect or feel ought not to happen. This allows them to adjust to these events, like we discussed earlier. On a more general level, this adjustment promotes order and stability in society. So, yet another function played, another positive or beneficial function played by religion, and that function is that function is about how religion helps with the stability of society, how religion promotes social order in society. So we spoke about Durkheim in the last lesson. We spoke about Parsons just now. Let's quickly move on towards the evaluative part. Evaluation of the functions perspective. Number one, don't you think functionalists in general have been over optimistic about religion? Don't you think Functionalists have been overemphasizing on the role that religion has played in terms of maintaining social order and stability. There are so many instances where conflicts take place in the name of religion. For instance, we might as well use example of the conflicts between uh, Jews and Muslims in Palestine. We might as well use the example of uh, intra-religion conflicts such as Catholics and Protestants in Northern Ireland or Sunnis and Shias. So it critiques argue that functionist perspective overemphasizes on the role of religion in maintaining social order and stability. It underplays dysfunctional or negative aspects of religion and neglects the many instances where religion can be seen as a divisive or a destructive force. Functions give little consideration to hostility between different religious groups within the same society, such as Shias and Sunnis in within Muslims in Iraq, Hindus and Muslims in India, or Catholics and Protestants in Northern Ireland, as I mentioned earlier. In such cases, religious divisions can be seen as a direct threat to social order, right? So the first criticism is about the overemphasis that is laid on the role that religion possibly plays in terms of maintaining order and predictability in a society, or the positive role. So this through this example, we see how there are certain instances where religion has acted as a disruptive or a divisive role, divisive role, has played a divisive role as well. Number one. Number two, the functions approach focuses on religion as a conservative force. Now, this particular point, we discussed this in detail under the listing, under the topic religion and social change. Now, a popular question is about religion playing the role of a conservative force or religion bringing in social change. Now, there are many people who believe that religion plays the role of a conservative force, or in other words, religion stops from any change to occur in a society. However, there are other theorists who argue, who question this claim, who believe that religion does not play the role of a conservative force. Instead, religion is capable of bringing in change in a society. Now, functionalist approach focuses on religion as a conservative force in society and does not explore religion as a radical force that is linked to social change. I'll just quickly give you a bit of an idea on this. And like I said, we'd be discussing this in detail under the heading under the topic religion and social change. That's a very popular topic in terms of our CIs as well. So if you speak about functionists, if you speak about Marxists, or for the matter of fact, even if you speak about feminists, I just write this down. If you're speaking about functionalism, Marxism, or feminism, all three of them, these three perspectives, they're all structuralist, right? And they all believe that religion plays the role of a conservative force. Or in other words, religion stops from changes in a society, right? On the other hand, if we speak about Weber, Maximilian Karl Emil Weber, Weber believes religion does not play the role of a conservative force. Instead, religion does bring in social change. According to Weber, religion brings in social change. According to functionalists, Marxists, and feminist, religion does not bring in social change. So, number three, functions tend to see religion as a product of socialization. Now, let me remind you all, functionalism, oh, it's written here. So yeah, functionalism, Marxism, and feminism, they all structureless, right? These three, they're all structureless. And if they're structureless, they believe individuals play a very passive role. Individuals do not have much of a say, right? According to them, these structural forces, it is these structural forces that govern human behavior or that shape human behavior. So functions, now this particular point has been criticized over here. If we speak about this rational choice theory, now to be able to understand this better, you might as well relate this to interactionism that you've studied in detail in AS, and you've studied while doing the unit education as well. Functionists tend to see religion as a product of socialization, and to assume that people will be socialized into the religious culture of the society. However, other approaches adopt a more individualistic stance, like I said, interactionism, that believe that individuals actually play an active role within a society and not a passive role. Okay? For example, rational choice theory, they see religion as meeting the needs of individuals rather than those of social groups or society as a whole. This theory argues that there are rational choices behind belief in religion. People believe in religion because there is something in it for them. Unlike functionalist, rational choice theory focuses on individuals. So a more active approach where the idea is that human beings use free will. Human beings, in a very rational or a logical manner, they use their own choice. They play an active role, as I've been saying. So a typical criticism that could come from the interactionist point of view, based on the idea that it might not be correct for the functionalists to assume that individuals would simply be doing what the structures of society would make them do. The idea, according to functions again, according to interactions again, is that individuals do not play a passive role, individuals play an active role. And through this active role, they, in a very rational manner, choose to do what they want to do. So people believe in religion because there's something in it for them. Now, I hope this has helped you all. And again, moving on towards the last criticism from the feminist and the Marxist point of view. According to the feminist perspective, functionalists overemphasize on the positive role that religion plays. However, according to feminists, they see religion being used by men to advocate patriarchy, all or male domination, to be used against women, to be used to oppress women. Likewise, if we have a look at what Marxists have to say, according to the Marxist perspective, religion plays a vital role in terms of maintaining capitalism, in terms of supporting the status quo, the rich, the elite, the bourgeois. So yeah, this is pretty much it. And I hope through both of these lessons on the functions perspective on religion, you've understood the functions perspective on religion. The content that we discussed today could be used in this for this question. The question we've had in May, June 2021, variant 4.3, the question over here says, rather than promoting social order, religion is a source of conflict in society. So in this question, through this question, you could use the content that we've studied in today's lesson. You could use against this claim, or as referred by many as an antithesis as well. So yeah, this is the question, just in case if you'd want to give it a read. Indicative content in support, which you'd understand better after you've done your after you've studied other perspectives as well. And this is content that could be used against as well. You might as well pause this video here and give this part a thorough read. There's continuation to this as well, and this part. So yeah, this is pretty much it for today. Take good care of yourselves. Stay happy, healthy, safe, and protected. Stay humble. Spread positivity. Spread smiles. Allah Hafiz.